there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today, I guess it's a bit of a special video because yesterday night we reached 200,000 subscribers on the channel, and yeah, it's hard for me to describe how this makes me feel. Since I started my YouTube quite a while back. I started in 2014. So I've been at this for quite some time, right? And my first big goal was to reach 100,000 subscribers. Like, that was like the first big destination that I had for this YouTube journey, and it took me a long time to get there. But on February this year, with the release of the open beta of Runeterra, our channel, was able to get to that mark, and that felt rather like a very big accomplishment, right? And now, in just the span of it's been like 4 months, we are doubling that. We are in 200,000, and that's just crazy. That just goes to show how exponential growth really is a thing in a platform like YouTube, because it took me forever to get to 100,000, but now it's just like, it's going so fast. And not gonna lie, sometimes it is a little bit overwhelming. There's so many of you that I'm not used to that level of like exposure and interaction and such, and it is something that I definitely gotta keep working on every day. But I just want to preface this video by saying that I am incredibly motivated. The support is just incredible, really, and I love what I do. I wake up every morning, with quite the strong drive to just make the videos that I make and just deck build, and I would not trade my position for anything in the world. I feel really lucky, and I just want to really express that, right? Because you only reach 200,000 subscribers once, I guess, and we're working for our next big goal, which I wasn't really sure if that would ever be a thing, but I guess we'll be pushing for 500,000 as the next big target, right? And yeah, thank you guys so much. I don't want to, I'm just kind of like repeating myself at this point, right? Like, I get, my speech gets even worse when I tackle this, because it's pretty overwhelming, and I don't really know how to express myself properly with it. But yeah, just want to let you guys know how grateful I am, and yeah, how excited I am for the future and all that stuff. So enough of rambling about numbers and stuff. Today we're going to feature a deck that I worked on yesterday. It is a concept. It's not super exciting because we are playing Karma, and I know how a lot of you have felt about Karma over the past few months. Even though ever since the nerf happened, Karma kind of like fell from grace, and Vi is all of a sudden taking her role in most of the decks that she was a part of nowadays. So yeah, she's just not what she used to be. So I kind of wanted to explore a concept of a Karma control deck that utilized BRAUM to mitigate for its mid-game weakness, which basically was the weakness of Karma combined with Freljord in the past. Like, we are very vulnerable to early aggression, and we will not have the ability to keep up with just fast-paced decks in general. But now that we have BRAUM on turn 4, we have a very, very powerful mid-game that can allow us to really buy time and go crazy with value with Karma. And that's quite simply the concept of this deck. I'm not, like, Karma is not she's one of my least favorite champions, but I do want to diversify, and I want to do things that other people aren't doing. And even though I am a big fan of the BRAUM Anivia control deck, it's a little bit too mainstream for me right now, so I'm trying to kind of like attempt different things, right? I will get to the BRAUM Anivia deck eventually, don't get me wrong. I think it's a really neat concept, and I really do like the deck, but I feel like this one actually has the upper hand in that sort of like BRAUM mirror, as we are running Ionia with access to Deny and the full set of Will of Ionia, which allows us to disrupt our opponent's removal. Basically, they require either Vengeance or Ruination to deal with BRAUM on the opposing side. So if we're able to disrupt those plays and level up BRAUM, we can very easily prevent the opposing BRAUM level up with our own Will of Ionia, and thus just get the upper hand on them. That's basically the concept, right? So we have an early game comprised of Omen Hawk, Avarosa Sentry into Archer as our 2-drops for a chump blocker who cycles through our deck, and a very powerful 2-drop that can allow us to buy some time, especially like Ice Archer is even better than he was before in this metagame because of all the Darius decks with Basilisk Riders. Playing this on a Basilisk Rider and just denying it its attack for 1 turn completely for just 2 mana while developing a body is just so strong. Like, I've had situations in which my opponent has a Ballista, they play a Basilisk Rider, I Frostbite that, and then I trade with the Archer onto the Ballista. I take a little bit of damage because of Overwhelm, but Icevale Archer just does a lot for 2 mana, basically, especially against those aggressive decks, which is why we're running him as a full set as well. We have Tavern Keeper, ya boy, and Shadow Assassin as our 3-drops for health gain against aggressive decks, and also to buff up our own units, potentially BRAUM, to protect them from removal after he's taken a hit. We have Shadow Assassin just for card cycle and to give us a potential win condition as well, alongside Karma, because Karma with Fury of the North can get really stupid, and that's one of the things that we strive for. As we are also running a couple of Jolt Protectors, which can be used onto BRAUM, onto Shadow Assassin, or even onto Karma to make them beefier, you know, thicker, harder to remove, and overall more resilient and reliable. So I like Jewel Protector a lot in this deck because of that. Running Winter's Breath as a one-off, as our own Raigeki. I think that's how you say it. You know, I had some Americans tell me that I was not pronouncing the card right. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player, but I was a Spanish Yu-Gi-Oh player. So Raigeki is basically a reference to a one-sided board wipe that we have access to with this Winter's Breath right here, because if we have Karma leveled up and then we're enlightened, we're able to go for a 7 mana card that will duplicate itself, so it will frostbite all enemies, and then the second one will kill all enemies with 0 power, which I think is a pretty funky combo, and warrants this as a one-off. I used to run this as a 2-of, but I took out one of these in the video, as you guys are going to see in the gameplay, as we have a couple of Entrees. I started off with one Entree instead. The reason why I like Entree in this deck is I think Entree with Karma is incredibly powerful. If we have a leveled up Karma and we go for Entree, we are going to be generating 2 of them, and that means we're going to have a very high chance of drawing into a second Karma that will turn into an Insight of Ages, and then we can go for the Insight of Ages, get 2 copies of those, and just basically generate 4 random cards. And that's when we get the ridiculous value train from Karma going on, and that's how we kind of like overwhelm our opponents in dragged out late game scenarios like that. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the deck list right there. Very, you know, not the most fun deck I've played in a while, honestly. Like, I'll never be a huge fan of Karma, especially like Freljord, Ionia combinations. I still believe I like Anivia Jutsu more, so I would like to go back to that concept soon. But I really do want to try out BRAUM with Karma and see how these two could be paired together. And honestly, the results were pretty nice, even though there are certain matchups, and there is a little bit of an over-dependency on drawing Karma in the deck that does, you know, strive it away from potential Tier 1 status. But it is a competitive deck, and, you know, it is a pretty unique build. And hopefully you guys will find it at least somewhat interesting. And that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I do post a new deck every single day, and I really appreciate all the support. Thank you for taking me to 200K, and hopefully we go even further. So yeah, love ya, have a solid day, enjoy the games, and I'll see you tomorrow. Some Darius, as usual. Like, not much I can say. I'm gonna keep this entire hand, because even the health potion can really come into play here. Flash Freeze can buy me a turn alongside Will of Ionia, and I do have a Versus Entry to provide me with a little bit of early game board presence. You're always happy to see this card in your opening hand, right? So that's the thing, man. Like, this metagame right now is just like everybody's playing the same 3 decks. Everybody's playing Darius or Ezreal Twisted Fate or Brahmanivia. Like, it's either aggro, that, or that. It's just like, there's that. I'm honestly, like, I don't mean to sound condescending here, but I'm a little bit disappointed in like the community's ability to, I don't know, like a lot of the Masters players, like I'm really disappointed. Not stating that I'm any better, right? Just because I play more original decks, but it's like this season specifically, the lack of diversity I've seen from players in these ranks is just kind of like, it's like people aren't even trying anymore, you know? I don't know, that's the vibe that I get. I think I'm gonna float. I'm gonna float. I'm gonna keep this Archer for, like, if he wants to develop his turn. Yeah.
A true Freljordian welcome.
It's fantastic. Archer is just great here, and I can trade into that.
I'll protect the village.
Like, yeah, I take 3 damage, but
Save the homestead.
I can get that health back, and I just deleted my turn. I deleted my turn. No reason to attack. I have no way to capitalize on that. We have BRAUM, so I am going to wait and see if my opponent does anything.
Fuse is lit. Take heart.
Now I pass. I threatened him with an attack on this, so he has to be prepared for that, and now we have more archers to slow him down again.
How about a game of cash?
That's 4 damage that I would be taking from that, but I do have healing, and yeah, I like that. I still like the idea of frostbiting that, though.
Not and ready.
Like, it's just by far the biggest source of damage, and if I can delay it yet another turn, which is good to go. Like, the other two aren't really good attackers. I feel like I can drop you.
Come on in.
Come on in!
Friends, what could be better?
Yeah, just completely deny his attack there. Nice. Nice-o! Okay, let's drop the Shadow Assassin first. I just realized, though, I can't attack with BRAUM anymore.
I will play my part.
In Avarosa's name. I got an axe with your name on it.
Yeah, that was perhaps a mistake.
Light the signal fires. Run them down! Victory at any cost! God axes need victims. Stay back. Let's talk about your task. My beautiful face.
I'm gonna do this. We don't have Deny enabled anymore this turn, but we don't have to worry about a harrowing right now. Darius is enabled, but we're a couple of turns away from being able to double potion with Karma. So as long as we keep our Deny enabled, from next turn onwards, we should be fine. He's down to 4 cards. So good. Like right now, this is 10. Right now, this is lethal. So he can't just let it happen like this. But we have Deny backup. We have healing. We have Will of Ionia. We just have outstanding disruption, man. Yeah, I mean that's pretty relevant. Atrocity. That's still not lethal. Basic math, man. All right. He had another axe.
Victory is friends we made along the way.
The power of friendship. The power of friendship. And mustaches and muscles. All right. I mean, you guys probably haven't noticed, but it's taken a while for me to like queue in. I was waiting there for a bit. We take out Winter's Breath, and considering the matchup, everything else looks fantastic. Oof, oof! What a hand! This is exactly what I like to see as my opener. Turn 1 bird, turn 2 dude, bottle of elixir, and big boy BRAUM. BRAUM becoming quite the nuisance for a Bilgewater Piltover region combination like this. Basically all of their removal is based on damage, which BRAUM welcomes. I would like to see stuff like Fury of the North as well to help me, you know, survive these attacks. Deny is also really neat. Oh.
There's plenty of killing there.
Well, have a bird. Bird is the word.
Hard to get rich.
This matchup, we're definitely going to be trading the bird to prevent damage. Also, considering it's Ezreal and they're running a full set of Static Shock, we don't want to have 2 units with 1 health on the board. There's Fear of the North, that's neat.
They're out there.
I'll spot
them. Safeguard our homes.
Wow, okay.
Light the signal fires.
Alright. Well, hopefully it doesn't go for an open attack. But he will. Oh!
I need more Let's get to it.
Right, quite a bit of pressure. Quite a bit of pressure early on, but we do have BRAUM here.
How can BRAUM help?
Well, BRAUM, I need you to start clearing this board. Nope, 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 nope.
Sometimes icy heart just needs warm smile.
Not happening.
It is easy, see?
I see, BRAUM. I see. Oh, look at that take cart. Why don't you try that again? Oh, both of them are buffed? Are you serious?
I seal this blizzard with plans.
I'm dragging the petty officer so I can level up BRAUM. That's what I'm talking about. I always believe in you. I always believe in you, man. Never doubted you, bro. So basically, like, that's the thing about those. See, that's the thing, like, because you know what decks people are playing, it's actually relatively easy to design decks right now in this meta because everybody's playing the same shit. So that's a big weakness that Ezreal combined with Bilgewater has as a deck. You know, everything revolves around damage, so BRAUM is just the natural counter. And yeah, we got to showcase that pretty well. So, all right, round 3. Feels nice to run into a, a non-like... I mean, this is a little bit meta, but not as meta as the other ones, right? It feels kind of fresh. It's nice to see Sejuani again. Alright, Avaros and Sentry, very, very nice. Deny, not necessarily right now. Kindly Tavern Keeper is decent, but I also don't think we need it. I also don't want to play the Icefield Archer here. Just because they definitely run stuff like Make It Rain, and I feel like Archer in the Bilgewater matchup is the overall more underwhelming. We got a triple set of BRAUM though. Yeah, boys ready.
Still see far and clear.
And we got the Sentry, so it's looking decent. The thing about Sentries in Bilgewater.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
Alright, you're a dead man. Sorry about that. But it just is how it be sometimes. We're gonna have to pass here in order to enable BRAUM alongside Take Cart next turn. Which in this matchup is definitely something that I want to go for.
Look out for Reavers.
This damage is really valuable because I'm able to set this up for BRAUM to finish it off. And I can start going for the buffing game plan. Most of his deck is damage based with stuff like Make It Rain. So BRAUM is just going to be quite the headache for them to deal with. But we can just start generating value as we work for our Karma late game. So we pass here. And we play BRAUM next turn. We can't even afford a Navarro's Sentry because I need the 3 mana for the signature spell here. As we see a monkey idol. Okay. Alright. That's gonna help him level up. Okay, so it's gonna trigger now on my attack, then again, and then again. Yeah, no matter how I'm not gonna be able to prevent that. Who knows? Fortunately, if he has Fear of the North, we have the ability to survive.
Sometimes icy hot just needs warm spot.
For 1 mana, there's nothing he can do. He could have a parley. He could. But I will be getting my Mighty Poro before that happens. And if he doesn't, then this BRAUM is about to level up. Oh. So easy. So very, very easy. Needs to be very, very careful about trying to get another cheeky kill on BRAUM that way. But that's what I'm saying, like, this sort of deck just completely relies on that. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you.
They're out there.
I'll spot him. Wow. Well, thank you for the level up, sir. I mean, come on, Toss. Come on. You just used a certain card. Have you not thought that maybe I packed that too? In a BRAUM deck?
You are safe with BRAUM.
Oh, we're definitely safe with BRAUM now. I should have dropped this in front of that. Prevent 2 damage and draw a card. Yeah, I should have blocked with the Sentry. I wouldn't have prevented, you know, the level up progression, but I would have definitely.
For the homestead. Time for talking to. Show me your best.
I have enabled Plunder early on though, so if he is running like, yeah. We're gonna go for the hard, take card here. Right now, BRAUM is just really hard carrying.
I deal in coins and carnage.
We'll pass, preserve the rest of our cards. We don't need to go for another take card. Like, I don't feel like we need more size on BRAUM right now. Jewel Protector is very interesting, but I'm not gonna resort to it until I have like a proper card to buff. Okay. Well, I do have 2 Will of Ionias in my hand, so I just gotta hope that he doesn't draw one himself.
Don't stand in my way.
Wow.
Ready the torches. Enemies on their way.
You gotta be kidding me.
Wow. Light the signal fires.
Well, we get to buff BRAUM. Get a karma. They actually got the 1 off of Will of Ionia. Like, they always get it, dude. I like seeing that health potion there. But we're gonna go BRAUM here. We're just gonna get massive value out of this, and in a couple of turns we'll be able to heal 6 with 1 mana thanks to karma.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
How about you?
Make it worth my while. Ooh, got some fight in ya.
I love that animation.
Son of a.
Just keep smacking him. Just keep outvaluing him. That's the thing. Oh, that's annoying. He literally can't take any more Will of Ionias from me because I have both of them in my hand. So I think I'm pretty good committing here. Okay. I can also keep this for karma. It can be 5 mana heal. I can also just use it now, to be honest.
Peace begins within. Ionia speaks through me.
If he resorts to Riptide Rex.
My shield is my shield.
We must make our own.
Get barnacle.
Nice. If he has something like a Riptide Rex here, I can resort to that. I have Will of Ionia for the 2 champions, and I really like this. No, I can always wait for an attack. Surprising.
Easy, see?
We got all the healing, all the value, all the swag, and all the mustache.
The day is ours. Now we eat.
I'm hungry for more victory. Let's go for another one. Okay, we're seeing deep. Nice. I mean, because we are a variant, we're an Ionia deck, like, we should be doing pretty decently here. I think I am going to drop the Flash Freeze in this, though. I do want to keep the Catalyst of Aeons, because I want to find the right moment to commit to it and start ramping. Once we get to Karma turns, we can have a good time overwhelming the opponent with value, but we have to set things up properly. And in order to do that, we need certain key pieces. Omen Hop is not necessarily key, but it is... it's helpful.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
Okay, he has a Vile Feast. He's got the Vile Feast. Ah, Lord of the Deaths. Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing escapes my watch.
I'm gonna keep stacking these. Applying pressure.
Danger paid.
Alright, there it is.
Go and harvest it.
Nice.
Take off.
That's what I watch out for Maokai.
Blessed Isles live through me.
In a couple of turns, we'll be able to take him out. Vengeance does knock us out. Okay. It's interesting play. Not really worth of my Will of Ionia though. I'm gonna go for ramp. I can afford here.
My shield is good luck. Have fun.
We're gonna take card here, even though Vengeance is still a threat. And for now, we're just gonna keep it as it is. Get rid of Maokai, at least the first Maokai, which is really important. But he is getting closer to deep. We're still looking for karma here, as we're about to reach the key turns. And even though we're looking for karma, we're also looking for a card to start getting value off with karma as well. Oh my goodness. Okay. We definitely want to deal with these sea monsters.
You are safe with BRAUM.
Yikes.
First we fight. Show me your best.
No vengeance? I need to not have a vengeance here. Yes!
Time to celebrate.
We got the level up with BRAUM, which is really gonna help us taking our problems here into account. Maybe I should have targeted the Terror of the Tides. I can always Will of Ionia if I need to, though. Well, shit.
What will you have? A bag of your warmest milk, my friend.
I feel like I have to go for this, so that I prevent his next incoming attack. But this is definitely risky. I'm just really struggling finding my karma. That's the problem here. Like I've been able to keep up with him.
Golden glory.
I do have a Winter's Breath, but I would love to be able to play this with karma. Right now, we're in trouble. Like, okay, so I'm gonna have to go through this. This buys me a turn. And hopefully, you know, I can find. Oh my god.
I seal this by soliciting friends.
The moment he has a vengeance, I'm done for.
These witches are mine.
I could have Will of Ionia this, but I have to wait.
It is easy, see?
Oh my god.
Down, down.
They're coming.
The water rises.
God, resort to this. Okay, GG. Oh my god. Alright, so yeah, if we don't draw karma that game,
We will do better.
like we need, not only do we need karma, we need Shadow Assassins. You know, karma with Shadow Assassins and Fury of the Nords. That's the way we just take that deck down. Like, unfortunately, leveling up BRAUM against Deep is not really enough. Like, BRAUM on his own, that's why my win rate against BRAUM was really good. Deep is just, like, overwhelming to BRAUM, right? So, I need the karma game plan to go through. But, yeah, we didn't draw karma, so I cry every time. I think the matchup can be winnable if we draw karma, but it definitely, I mean, Deep is a good deck. You know, if you want a good deck to play with, I do recommend Deep. It's fantastic. Alright, so Karma Ezreal. I think this should be a pretty decent matchup. Depends on how fast we are and our ability to take them down. I will keep this hand. Even the on-treat. I like going for the high roll, man. I like dropping the Omen Hawk and be like, okay, I don't have BRAUM in my opening hand, but I have a feeling he's sitting there just right on top, ready to get buffed.
See the Demastian border.
This is an Ezreal variant, but it is very different from the Bilgewater one. This one has Will of Ionia, so BRAUM is not really as important. We're gonna go for an attack. We could very well see a Static Shock here. In fact, like, I'm pretty certain that's what's gonna happen. Pretty damn valuable. Well, there he is! I wasn't wrong. The problem is Will of Ionia is a thing, but that's like, it's only a problem for, like, if you want to level up BRAUM, right?
Time for a true display of skill.
Oh, look, it's his asshole.
Is on the job.
I could go Fury of the North.
This is fun, yes?
Counter the Will of Ionia.
No way.
69. I'm 12.
Die,
That's faster. I could have just like been more patient with Ezreal, but I'm not about that. Like, that's one of the Ezreals taken down.
from a cloudless sky.
He just drops a T-drop, so we're looking fine here after that turn. Fury of the North are really valuable though, but we'll have to take it. I'm going to go for the ramp, make him a little bit nervous. Still have 4 mana back up to deny a potential thermogenic beam, amongst other things. If he will of Ionia is not really valuable for him now because I've already gotten the value out of my BRAUM, so he would just allow me to get another Poro off of it. So we just see plain old card draw, like really expensive. Like I don't feel like, I just don't think Deep Meditation is a good card right now. I think people are just still playing it, but I just don't think it's a good card. And Heimervai, I guess. But for the most part, it's very, very underwhelming.
I feel this by Soviet.
An attack.
Spring does not pity winter.
Gotta keep in mind their opponent is playing Karma as well, so getting value out of our denies now is very valuable. Because these denies will become pretty relevant when we have Karma. I kind of like, I want to hold back a little bit. I mean, now I do want to go for the on-treat, and I want to follow that up with the Jewel Protector. Even though we no longer have answers for Will of Ionias.
The order rewards its fate.
Well, that's not the one we wanted.
I will play my part.
I mean, maybe I could just slap in some size, right? May as well.
Come on in. Good times, good friend.
It's a thick fella.
What could be better?
Yikes.
We should be friends.
Unfortunately, we're not drawing. We're just not drawing into we have like a bunch of anti like unit cards, right? Like we're mainly a control deck. But I don't think we're that good against other control decks, unfortunately, especially not of this nature. Swill's there. All right.
Beauty charms while claws take hold.
Yeah, this revolve of our buffs there, but at least that's one Will of Ionia down. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, where's my karma?
Peace begins within.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. I think
Of course, we are still friends.
man, I'm having a lot of trouble. Like these past couple of games, I haven't been able to actually. I think Winter's Breath should drop down 1. I'm gonna add in a second entree just so that I have the ability to find karma consistently, you know, because these past couple of games have felt bad, given that they were against control decks, but it's just felt bad, like not drawing. Like my mid game went as planned, right? Like that part of the deck went well, but then not having my late game win condition just. I guess the deck is a little bit too dependent on it, and I need, like, the second entree I think is going to go a long way. I think the second entree will go a long way. It will. And this is a really nice test. Like, this is definitely a matchup that I want to see how things pan out. We'll drop the Iceville Archer, and we'll keep everything else. We have the Avarosius. Ooh, we have a sick curve here, but we don't have... We still do not have Karma. Yeah, I think I was getting too cheeky with double Winter's Breath. I think this is definitely always a one-off. Alright, so Hapless Disregard turn 1 allows them to just completely halt us here.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Monkey see, monkey
See
do.
the Debastian border from here.
Silent as death.
I'm just gonna drop with Shadow Assassin. Start getting a little bit of chip damage on him. I could also be setting up the Catalyst, but I don't think I'm in a massive hurry for that. Like I can try to start, you know, taking control of the board, which is definitely possible since we are keeping up with our opponent here. We have an Elusive flying over the top. They resort to quite a bit of card draw though. It's never a good sign, but it allows us to attack with all of these pretty much. Like I don't mind trading. Yeah, I don't mind trading these.
Alert the villain! Light the signal fire!
Our opponent has drawn 1 billion cards.
Is it the boosters? Who knows? How can BRAUM help? Let's show our friends the light. This is fun, yes? It is easy, see? First we fight, show me your best.
I'm gonna attack the Mighty Poro. Because if my opponent resorts to something like a Fear of the North, I can just counter it with a Will of Ionia. But I want to threaten him faster with a BRAUM level up.
What will you have? A mug of your warmest milk, my friend. These old eyes
Still see far and clear. Because I want to threaten him with a BRAUM level up. I have Deny, right? I have Deny. I have better disruption spells. I don't want to Will of Ionia this. This kind of feels bad right here. But not much we can do.
Master.
Not much we can do. I would definitely like to just ramp this turn. I think this is the ideal turn to ramp, as I'm able to go for the Catalyst of Aeons and have 4 mana backup to counter whatever play he wants to go for. I think that's pretty damn valuable. Yeah, we're gonna let that happen.
Come back next time. Come on in. Good times, good friends.
Come on in. I like seeing these denies. I'm gonna go for the on-treat now, I believe. Hopefully we get karma. Man.
My shield is that you met my shield?
I really don't want to attack with these other two. I just gotta damage you then.
Good luck. Have fun. We should be friends. Nothing escapes my watch.
I'm just gonna drop another sentry.
Time for that. This is fun, yes?
But we're not gonna counter that. In fact, we welcome it. As us drawing into 2 cards here, speeding up the process is really neat because we are hunting for that karma, which we just completely eludes us every game. Every game we just reach the bottom like half of our deck, and she still just does not want to show herself. She just does not. I could kill BRAUM, but I'm not particularly concerned about it.
We should be friends.
Time to celebrate! BRAUM does not disappoint.
That egg. Did it move?
What will you have? A mug of your warmest milk, my friend.
Feed the Poro a little bit. God damn. I mean, I am going to be playing this Omen Hawk, obviously. Because if karma is...
What will you have? A mug of your warmest milk, my friend.
And now we're going to hunt for BRAUM. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
My shield is that you met my shield? Let's take this outside. You have to get me out of here.
Nice.
I fight the other day.
Getting some nice value. If he wants to Ruination, then we have the counter. Like we got plays for days.
Is on the job.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 cards. Let's just pass. I mean, eventually, I will draw into karma. Eventually, it'll happen.
My shield is only your best. Stay safe, my friend.
It's a second BRAUM that's gone. It's not happening. 9. I'm gonna keep this healthy
Friends, what could be better?
in case I want to go for a take card here.
A chill in the air.
A chill in the air. I'm going in. I've had enough. I can't fight karma. So
Time for top. This is fun, yes?
I'm going in. He's healed so much already. I could have just gone for lethal there with the Fear of the North, but it's just not happening. It ain't happening. I don't know, dude.
The day is ours. Now we eat.
I just don't know, man. I mean, I feel like in that game, regardless of whether I drew karma or not, I felt very confident in the matchup specifically because Since we're packing Ionia in a control mirror like that, we have the upper hand with the denies and the Will of Ionias, especially when it comes to a BRAUM mirror in the mid game like that, because we have the ability to just completely nullify BRAUM and also protect our own BRAUM from their specific removal. Like, it's just Ruination and Vengeance. Otherwise, they don't deal with them, right? So we just have the better resources, the better disruptive tools to just win there, right? So when I leveled up BRAUM, I just kind of knew that I was going to be able to just outvalue them, deny their Ruinations, and just apply pressure. But I would like to showcase, you know, why I'm combining these two champions together a little bit better. But it's just one of those days, man. It's one of those days in which, you know, the draws were not on my side, and it happens. I'm not saying the deck is not flawed in that sense, like it is very dependent on drawing karma, but I did figure I would have a little bit better luck at it. Regardless, it's a pretty interesting archetype, a different take on BRAUM. It just goes to show how flexible and how good BRAUM is now. He fits all sorts of different decks, and I do like him a lot in the control shell. I like the BRAUM Manivia deck. I'll be building my own variant of that in the near future. I really like that concept, but I wanted to explore karma as well as that way, you know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a swell day. Thank you for all the constant support in my videos as of late. We reached 200,000 subscribers. I mentioned that in the intro, but I'll mention it again. It means a lot to me, and yeah, I'm just super motivated to keep on going. So thank you. Have a swell day. Hope you enjoy the games, and I'll see you tomorrow.